Have you noticed that your business partnership is on the decline? Have you noticed that the relationship with your business partner has been trending downward with more arguments, or even worse, a great deal less actual communication with each other? This is serious, and often, if left unaddressed, the business partnership can actually end. And in the short run, before that happens, profitability certainly will also be down. I'm Richard Chandler, and I'm a business partners counselor. What I do is help business partners reverse that downward trend, moving their relationship back to a place of getting along well, making good decisions together, and kind of recapturing what brought them together in the first place as business partners. How I do that is because I take two sets of skills. One is I have many decades of working with business owners as a consultant and an executive coach. And I combine that with about a decade of work now as a marriage therapist. Together, those two skills merge to do business partners counseling, so we can address very difficult issues, the kinds of issues that marriage partners have, and if left unaddressed, could cause the marriage to start falling apart. We do the same thing with business partners. Now, how do we do that? Well, it's a process. It's more like even a roadmap. And the first stage is to stabilize the relationship, to make sure there's no sudden exits, that we can engage in a process to really understand what has occurred that caused this downward trend. And often there's multiple factors. We'll need to identify those. And we'll also need to give the partners tools to begin to reverse that trend, tools to gain more trust again, tools to help the communication go smoother, and tools to not have you hear what your partner says or you to hear your partner as being disrespectful. After we stabilize the relationship, we really work towards understanding each other more deeply, which involves assessments to understand each other in terms of psychological personality, and it also involves a great deal of how to use more optimal communication skills, more optimal than what you've had before. And these communication skills will not only help your partnership do better, it'll help you in all aspects of your business and even your personal life. And those skills are practiced and layered upon each other. So as you learn one skill, you learn a second skill, and so forth. And we practice that during the session as we actually talk about real business issues that you need to talk about. And I facilitate those conversations. Towards the end of that phase, you get to the point where you can do difficult conversations without me being present facilitating. And then finally, the third stage is more of a thriving stage, where we're taking everything we've learned, added some new skills to it, so the two of you can begin to map your vision of the business together and create what you want, rather than being, if you will, maybe saddled by all the past difficulties you've had. So in essence, that's it. We stabilize, we revitalize the relationship primarily with communication tools, and then thrive towards really becoming future-focused in the business. And all of that is part of business partners counseling. I am interested in answering your specific questions about you, your business, your partner. And to do so, it's just a matter of getting in touch with me. And you can find contact information here in the video and through the website strategicleadershipconsultants.com. Thank you for listening, and I'll look forward to perhaps hearing from you individually. Take care.